Hi, I'm Peter Travers, and this is Popcorn, where we tell you what's going on in the pop culture. And a major thing right now is the 40th anniversary of the Monty Python troupe, featuring Terry Gilliam, one of the major innovators of this troupe. Well, to celebrate the anniversary, they've been doing a lot. There's documentaries. We're going to see Monty Python everywhere. But in a minute, Terry Gilliam will be with us to tell us how he looks back at 40 years of Monty Python.
Ladies and gentlemen, Monty Python.
May I show you my impersonation of the Spanish Inquisition's guest? Yes, Talia Lindner, age 10, where are you?
I didn't expect the sort of Spanish Inquisition. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Our main weapon is surprise, and fear, and surprise.
Cardinal, read the charges. You are hereby charged that you did, on diverse nights, commit heresy against the Holy Church. My own man. That's enough!
Terry Gilliam, welcome to the show.
Hi.
It's great to have what I call, or who I call, the Don Quixote of world cinema. The man who's always tilting at windmills, no matter what, even if you're not looking to tilt at those windmills. 40 years of Monty Python. Actually, really not. What was it, 10 or 12? And then it's 40 years since you guys began.
I think it was 13 years after 1969 is when we called it a day. And we've been living off this ever since.
How great. I just have this idea. Do you all get together, or do you avoid each other as much as possible?
Well, Mike Palin, Terry Jones, and I all live in North London. We're 5 minutes from each other, so we see each other quite often. John and Eric live in California, so we don't see them. And so it's been quite nice getting together at these odd events to celebrate these ancient people. And it's really nice. And if we get together now, we like each other, so it's disastrous as far as good comedy. Because what was so important about the group was the tension between these six people who are all, on one hand, really loved each other and hated each other, at the same time. And the comedy came out of that. And now we're all floppy.
There's this epic documentary about the whole history that's there. And John Cleese on that did say something about your aversion to psychotherapy. And there was an incredible quote where he said, all the Pythons are unbalanced, but Terry is notably unbalanced. Is that a compliment coming from him?
Well, coming from John, it's obviously nonsense. Look at the man. This is a balanced human being. He's a mutant. That's what it is. He spent fortunes and wives and alimony on psychotherapy, and I don't see that it's done one bit of good.
Still the same guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to analyze a lot what's going on. I mean, I know what's going on inside me. I'm not a fool. And I don't want to analyze it. I want to use it. I mean, I want it to come out, and that's what I think propels a lot of the movies forward.
Who would be the most balanced of, the five of you? There's no more Graham Chapman, but...
That's really hard. Mike, on the surface, would appear to be that person, but I've seen him hitting doors. I think Mike has probably got it. Eric is very together, but whether he's balanced, I don't know. And Terry's Welsh, so there's no hope for him.
What do you look back on and still makes you laugh?
And the sketch that always sticks with me is one of the brave moments was when John Cleese, dragging a bag with his dead mother in it, comes into an undertaker's office and trying to decide what's the best way of disposing of her. And it ends up, with offering to cook her and eat her, and if it doesn't suit him, they'll dig a hole and he can throw up into it.
Excuse me, are you suggesting eating my mother?
Yeah, not raw, cooked.
What?
Roasted, a few French fries, broccoli, horseradish sauce.
It's utterly, completely, on every level, offensive. Thank God we did it, because that's what I think it's about. I think we live in a world now where everybody is so terrified of offending or being offended. Skin is so thin now, there's hardly any skin left. People are going to start bleeding out of what's left of this tiny little surface there.
Who are you? We are the knights who say... Ni. No, not the knights who say ni. The same!
You're the only American of the Monty Python group, but You don't live here anymore.
No, and I'm not even an American anymore.
What happened? When did that dual citizenship go away?
Well, 3 years ago, I renounced, which is terrifying.
You renounced America
Yeah.
here? We've never had anyone here actually renounce America. Would you like to say that to the camera?
No, I went and renounced. The camera's not even on me. Is that
me.
one on me over
That
there?
one's on you.
This is where I
That's
renounced
it.
I didn't renounce the American people. I renounced what was going on in Washington, D.C., which is actually a sillier place than Hollywood. And what really finally did it to me is that, Bush was making me crazy. I really, it was going out of my mind. And I've lived in England for 42 years. Everything I have is there, and why am I still paying taxes in this country I don't live in? So, and I discovered that when I die, my wife would have to sell our house to pay the American taxes. I said, this isn't fair on my family. I've been miserable to them most of my life. Why, after I'm dead, am I being miserable to them?
But doesn't this mean when you do that, when you don't have the citizenship, that you can only be here in the United States for a limited period? How long can you be here?
I'm on probation for 10 years. 30 days a year is all I'm allowed back in my country.
Terry, I'm honored that you're here on one of those days. That's amazing. Did people keep track of you? You know, this is getting very Roman Polanski. Not that I'm accusing you of anything like that, but you're being watched. That's how many days.
That's it. My wife and I keep very close tabs. I don't know what happens if I go over the limit, whether I'm incarcerated in Switzerland or somewhere.
That could be a whole other movie for you.
I know.
I think
this is the thing. Last time I was here, when I was promoting Thailand, I was threatening to sue George Bush and Dick Cheney for the illegal and unauthorized remake of Brazil.